What's going on, everyone? It's the random dude, Josh. That's right. The EDH brothers are back. We've got some Thursday night shenanigans, some Thursday night bullshit. But first and foremost, let me introduce the players for tonight. The other EDH brothers. We've got Metal Nick and Caleb, because we haven't really come up with a fun side name for Caleb. So,
He's the glorious Wolfman.
oh, the Glorious Wolfman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
You know what? It's been a long day. It's good. It's good. Um, let's go around the horn. I'll let you guys introduce yourself, what deck you're playing, and then we'll roll for whoever goes first. So, Nick, start her off.
You're right, everyone. I am Metal Nick. I'm excited to be an EDH brother. I've been playing Magic for a few years and hanging with Josh now for almost a year, playing with him. So really excited to be here with everybody. I'm going to be jamming Sauron the Dark Lord because I do love me some Lord of the Rings, and there's the way to see the commander right there. And I'm going to do some evil shit today. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
Like it. All right, Wolfman, you're up.
Hey everyone, I'm Caleb, aka Glorious Wolfman. I've been playing Magic for 17 years. I'm a former level 1 judge, and I'm just here to play some Commander with my friends and hopefully frustrate them by miracling a few enchantments off the top of my library that no one likes to see. I'm playing Aminatu, Veil Piercer, and I just love the miracle mechanics, so I'm going to try to abuse that today.
We've played against that deck multiple times now, and yeah, it's fun. It's good times. Well, I am playing Ulalek, Fused Atrocity. This is 5-color Eldrazi goodness. You know, it's what everyone wants to see. I'm just going to cast a whole bunch of colorless Eldrazi and copy it and copy everything on the stack and do the Eldrazi thing. So, if you guys are ready, we can roll to see who goes first.
I'm ready.
All right, let's see. 6. I don't think I'm going to go
first. 7.
Damn it.
8.
Son of a bitch. All right, we got our opening
Don't
hand.
you know?
Yeah.
Evil always wins, and good is dumb.
Lol.
All right. Here we go. All right, draw for turn. I'm gonna play a Blood Crypt tapped and pass turn.
All right, draw. I will play a Temple of Malady. I will scry. Yeah, we'll keep that on top and then pass. Excuse me.
I'm gonna put Flooded Strand, and I'm gonna crack it and go get a Rafine's Tower, and that'll enter tap. So I'll just pass the turn.
Excellent. Tap, draw for turn. I'm going to go ahead and play a Sulphurous Springs, and I'm going to tap. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start the ring tempting early with Call of the Ring. At the beginning of your upkeep, the ring tempts you. Whenever you choose a creature as your ring bearer, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. All right, pass turn.
All right, untap. Upkeep, draw. Let's play an Opal Palace. And I'm going to tap 2. So 1 in the colorless. For it, that heralds the end. Colorless spells I cast with mana value 7 or greater cost 1 less, and other colorless creatures I control get +1/+1. All right, pass turn.
All right, untap. Draw. Let's go Island into Art of the Explorer, also known as Search for Osmond. So at the beginning of my upkeep, I surveil 1, and then if there are 7 or more cards in my graveyard, I can transform it into land that finds me non-creature, non-land card. I'll pass it.
Tap. All right, at the beginning of my upkeep, the ring is going to tempt me. So I am now at ring level 1, but there is no ring bearer yet. So there we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play a Shipwrecked Marsh. Then I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3. I'm going to play Moria Scavenger. It has Death Touch. It has Haste, and I can tap it, discard a card, draw a card. If the discarded card was a creature card, I will amass 1 orc army. But I'm just going to go ahead and swing at you, Josh, the random dude.
Well, that's just fantastic. All right. It's a 1/1 with Death Touch.
The 1/4 with Death Touch.
1/4. Yeah, no, I am just going to take that. I'm down to 39.
Are you sure that if that heralds the end, really isn't necessary?
All right.
It is.
Pass turn.
Cool. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Let's play. Let's play a deceptive. Deceptive landscape. Taps for colorless, or I can tap, sack it, search my library for a basic plain swamper forest. I actually really like this cycle of slow fetches. I think they're great. And then I will tap 2 for Awakening Zone. So at the beginning of my upkeep, I may create a 0/1 Eldrazi spawn. Move to combat. I'm going to return the favor, and Nick, I'm going to swing at you for 2.
I'm going to take 2.
And then that'll be my turn.
Untap, upkeep, I will surveil. I don't want this Moonblessed Cleric right now, so I will put it in the graveyard. I'll draw a card. Let's play a Plains. And I'm going to play Verge Rangers. So it is a 3/3 first striker. I can look at the top card of my library at any time. And then as long as an opponent controls more lands than I do, I can play lands from the top of my library. So I will look at my top card, as is my right. Good to know. And I'll pass the turn.
All right. I'm going to the beginning of my upkeep. The ring is going to tempt me. I'm going to go ahead and name my Moria Scavenger as my ring bearer. When I do that, I can choose to pay 2 life and draw a card. I will. I'll draw a card.
Pay all the life you want. Just pay it all.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll get that Mortal Knife out here and start getting some life link going. All right. Because my Moria Scavenger is now legendary, I'm going to play the Mines of Moria, which will enter untapped because I do control a legendary creature. Then I'm going to go ahead and tap. Yeah, I'm going to do this 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play Gothmog, Morgul Lieutenant. When Gothmog, Morgul Lieutenant enters the battlefield, amass 1 orc's creature tokens you control have Death Touch.
Great.
So here we go, amassing. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and swing the Moria Scavenger over at I'll swing it at you, Caleb.
It's just 1?
It's a 1/4. So yes, it's a ring bearer. Unless you have a 1, you can't block it. So
nope. Wouldn't block it anyway.
All right, now on his attack, I get to draw a card. Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely take that.
You all got to see my face. There you go.
I'm gonna go ahead and discard Blasphemous Act. And yeah, I think I just deal 1 to you, and then that's all I got.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. On the upkeep, I will make an Eldrazi spawn. I'm going to use this art card of what is this? This is a swamp with Emberfall in the background. So I got one of them. Draw for two. Let's do this. Let's play a Reliquary Tower. It's my land for turn. I'm going to tap 3. Play Herald's Horn. And yeah, I think that's going to be my turn. Pass.
Assuming you're naming Eldrazi, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm choosing the creature type. Definitely Eldrazi. Yeah.
I mean, you could have thrown us all for a loop and named Dragon or something.
If I was going to, it would have been Homarid, but there's only 8 Homarids that have been printed. So,
all right, I'm going to leave this on top from my Surveil. I'll draw it. I'm going to look at my top card. Okay. I like that top card. But unfortunately, it is not what I needed right now. Let's see. I'm going to play Meticulous Archive, but I already know what the top card is, so I'm going to leave it on top. And I can't cast my commander, so I think I'm just going to pass with my first striker up.
Alrighty, I'm gonna upkeep. All right, get level 3 now. I'll pay 2 more life. What the hell? I'll draw a card off that, and then I will go ahead and draw another card. Then I'm going to go ahead and play a mountain. And first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pay 1, and I'm going to play March up from the Black Gate. When it enters the battlefield and whenever an army you control attacks, amass Orcs 1. So I'm going to go ahead and make that a 2/2 Orc army now. Then I'm going to pay black and 2 to play my first of 9 Nazgul. So I'm going to go ahead and move up to Ring Bearer status 4. My Nazgul is going to get a +1. And I am going to name... I'll continue to keep Moria Scavenger as my ring bearer. I will not, however, lose 2 more life at this point in time.
Come on, live a little.
I've lived enough for the moment. Then I'm going to move to combat. All right, so what do you got, Josh?
I've got It That Heralds the End and my Eldrazi Spawn, which is actually a 1/2 because of It That Heralds the End.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and swing Moria the Scavenger at you. So it is now my ring bearer, which means I will draw a card here in a second. So it can't be blocked by creatures of greater power. There's the whole draw discard. Whenever you do block it, you will have to sacrifice the creature at the end of combat. And whenever a ring bearer deals combat damage to a player, each opponent will lose 3 life. So that's coming your way. And Caleb, I'm swinging my Orc army, which is 2/2, but because it's now attacking, it's now a 3/3 death touch at you.
I will block with my 3/3 first strike.
All right.
I'm not going to block.
All right, yeah, now I got to draw off that trigger, and I will
Discard the 1 ring. Do it.
I don't have the 1 ring in my hand yet.
Do it. Just kidding.
So many decisions to make. I'm going to discard Extract from Darkness.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And
so,
you didn't block, so you each lose 3 life.
And I was thinking, how much combat damage?
You only took 1 combat damage from that.
Okay.
He's still just a 1/4. He doesn't get any bigger.
All right, down to 35.
There you go. All right, and I will pass the turn. The
Untap.
minions of Sauron doing their thing.
Upkeep. Awakening Zone will trigger first, so I'm going to make another spawn. And the horn will choose to reveal. So I'm getting Titan's Vanguard. That'll go on my hand, then draw for turn. Let's get Cascading Cataracts. And then I think, yeah, I think it's time. So I'm going to, let's see how I want to do this. Choices. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tap 4. I'm going to do the smart thing and cast Hedron Archive. And then I think I'm just going to sit back for a bit. Last turn.
All right.
I'm doing the Eldrazi thing, setting up.
I know what this top card is, so I'm just going to draw it. My top card. Good to know. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Tap 2. I'm going to play Scroll Rack.
Yeah, just a lovely scroll rack.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And don't have a land on top of my library, so I'm going to activate Scroll Rack. And I'm going to put 5 back and do 5.
Nothing to worry about. Not sculpting your hand or anything.
No, never. I wouldn't do that. Then I'm going to play a Godless Shrine tapped, and I will pass the turn.
All right. All right. Ring tempts me. I will make Moria Scavenger still my ring bearer, but I will have my Nazgul go up. I will hang on to my life for the moment and not draw a card. And draw for turn. I'm going to go ahead and play a Swamp. And then I am going to tap 6 to bring out Sauron the Dark Lord. So he has ward, sacrifice a legendary artifact or legendary creature. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, I mass 1 orcs. And whenever an army you control deals combat damage to a player, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw 4 cards.
You'll have to forgive me. Every time you cast a smell.
A smell, yeah. Every time I cast a spell. Listen, I've had a couple of these. Okay, all right. This is what the bad guys do. They drink while they slaughter. So you know.
Enough.
All right. So that said, I will move to combat. Caleb, you still have your 3/3 with first strike.
That is correct.
Does it have death touch or just first strike?
Just first strike.
Just first strike. Okay. So I'm going to have Moria Scavenger swing at Josh. And I'm going to have my Nazgul, which is a 3/4 at the moment, swing at you. I'm going to draw a card. And then I'm going to discard a mountain.
Yeah, I'm not going to block.
All right. So that will deal damage. So that will mean you guys lose 3 life each, and then you lose an additional one.
Yeah.
And Caleb, are you blocking or are you taking the Nazgul?
I'll take 3, so I'll take a total of 6, going to 29.
There we go. All right, and the Masters of Evil continue. So, pass turn.
All right.
That is not a
Untap.
Doctor Who reference, by the way.
No, of course not. Let's make another spawn. Okay, put that on top. And then, hey, draw that card. Okay, let's play in the Darker Wastes. And then, I'm going to tap the Waste for colorless to tap the Opal Palace for red. Tap the Cataracts for colorless and Temple of Melody for green to cast Rhythm of the Wild. So creature spells I control can't be countered. And then non-token creatures I control have Riot. Isn't that great? And then I think what I'm going to do is tap the Hedron Archive for 2 colorless, 3/4, and I'm going to sack one of the spawns to cast my commander, Ulalek, Fused Atrocity. And so Rhythm of the Wild will trigger, and I'm going to give it a +1/+1 counter. Make it a 3/6. Cool. So if you don't know what Ulalek does, whenever I cast an Eldrazi spell, I may pay 2 colorless. If I do, copy all spells I control, then copy all activated and triggered abilities I control. I may choose new targets for the copies. So anything that's on the stack that I've cast, I make doubles. And yep, I'm gonna go ahead and pass turn.
All right. So upkeep, I will surveil. I'm gonna put this time wipe into the graveyard. Then I'll draw for turn. Oh, what do you know? It's a miracle.
Oh, joy.
It's a terminus. So I'm gonna put all creatures on the bottom of their owner's libraries.
Son of a... No, okay, I'm fine with that. Hold on. Do I have a response? All right, I will opt to move Ulalek back to the command zone.
Okay. We'll do the same with Sauron.
I'm actually okay with that.
I'm less so okay with it.
You're just going to have to get over it.
Yeah.
Then continuing into, or staying in my main phase, I'm going to cast Amanatu Veil Piercer.
Okay.
So now at the beginning of my upkeep, I will surveil 1 and 2 respectively, which is great. And then I can miracle enchantments for 4 less mana. So I will pass the turn.
Untap. Ring will tempt. There's no ring bearer, no trigger there. Card. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play. Yeah, I think you can do this anyways. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play Xander's Lounge. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pay 2. And I'm gonna feed the swarm on Amanatu.
In response, I'm sad.
It resolves.
And I will lose. All right, and I will lose how much life?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Then I'm gonna pay 2 And I'm going to play Orcish Bowmasters.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go ahead and say it's good to be evil. And I'm going to pass the turn.
All right. So, untap, upkeep, make another Eldrazi. Herald's Horn will trigger. I will reveal that. It's an Oblivion Sower. That'll go in my hand. And then draw for turn, and then Orcish Bowmasters triggers, correct?
No, it's any card you draw except the first one each turn.
Oh,
So
okay.
you technically didn't draw that first one. That was just a trigger you have to put in your hand. So yeah, if you draw any more cards, he's going to trigger.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play an Arena of Glory as my land for turn. And then, how big is Orcish Bowmasters?
Just a 1/1 right now.
Do you have your Orc army, Nick?
I don't have my Orc army right now because you blew it up or put it in the bottom of my library.
But it pings and makes an army when it ETBs.
Oh, enters the battlefield. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I do have an Orc army. I do have. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Thank you for that trigger reminder there, Caleb. So yeah, I do have a 1/1 Orc army as well.
Okay.
And what do you do your 1 damage to?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to deal that to you for screwing up my board state.
Fair.
All right. Well, I think, yeah, we're just going to do it. So I'm going to tap 2. And then tap. Yeah, I'll just tap. Actually, how do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I have to do this way. All right, I will recast Ulalek. Rhythm of the Wild will trigger. Actually, I'm going to give it haste. And Orcish, you said Orcish Bowmasters is a 1.
Yeah, it's a 1.
Yeah, I'm going to swing at you with Ulalek to 2/5.
I'm going to block it with my Orc army.
Cool, take it. All right, and then pass.
At your end step, I'm going to activate Scroll Rack. I will put in 2. I take the top 2 and put them into my hand. Back on top in that order. And upkeep, I surveil 1. I'm going to put Undo Spirit Dancer into my graveyard. And then I will draw. Hey, look, it's a miracle.
Hey!
It is one of my favorite cards currently in Legacy, Metamorphosis Fanatic. So it is a 4/4 with lifelink for 6 mana, but it costs 2 if you miracle it. And when it enters the battlefield, you reanimate a creature and give it a lifelink counter. So I'm going to bring back that Spirit Dancer. And lifelink counter will be represented by this.
Nice.
And then Undo Spirit Dancer, whenever an enchantment whenever an enchantment you control enters, you may create a copy of it. Do this only once each turn. And you know what's a good enchantment to have multiple copies of?
All the
Smothering Tithe.
Oh, God. Oh, yep. Yep. No response from me.
All right. So enters, and I make a copy of it. And I will pass the turn and proceed to be the annoying person at the table.
Okay. I will name Orcish Bowmasters my ring bearer. I will lose 2 life to draw a card off that. Then I will draw
Would
another
you like
card.
to pay 2 per card?
No, I would not. Have fun.
All right, that would make
An island.
4 treasures.
I like the idea of copies. Copies sound like a lot of fun, man. I mean, there's just something about it that just seems fun. So I think
I don't like the way he's saying that.
so. The way I think what I'm going to do, no, it's going to be totally fine. You're going to love what I'm about to do. It's not going to upset you guys at all when copying things start happening. I'm going to play the Storm of Saruman. It's an enchantment with Ward 3. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it. Except the copy isn't legendary. You would choose new targets for that copy. And that permanent will enter as a token. So let's just say I wanted to, I don't know, make a copy of the One Ring. Oh, I could. All right.
I mean, yeah, that's not gross at all.
No, it's not. It's not. Now I'm going to go ahead and move to combat. And I'm going to go ahead and swing the Orcish Bowmasters at you, Caleb. Is a 1/1.
That I can't block because my creatures are all bigger.
Yep, I'm going to draw a card. I'm
Would
going to
you like to
discard
pay 2?
a Nazgul.
Or 4?
No, I'm not. You can make your treasures. That's fine. And it's going to take 1, and then you're each going to take 3.
All right, I go to 24.
And then we'll lose 3.
Yeah, you guys both lose 3 because of the Ring Bearer trigger. Now, I realize that I'm doing evil things over here, but I want to point out, Josh, that he has 2 copies of Smothering Tithe right now. And all Sauron wants to do is bring peace and order to Middle-earth. So really, I'm not the enemy here, okay?
Sorry, in this unique
You by
time,
definition are the enemy.
in this unique time of the year that happens every 4 years, I'm going to call bullshit. And
I just wanna point
EDH
out that
Brothers approves this message.
But by actual lore of both Lord of the Rings and Magic the Gathering, you both are the enemy.
Well, what I will do is untap, upkeep, Awakening Zone. We'll make another one. And then Herald's Horn will trigger. I will draw that. I will play a swamp for turn. Now, and I am not paying for your Smothering Tithe, so make your treasure.
Sweet.
I will.
I have all this mana and nothing to do with it.
You could draw some cards with it, maybe.
Maybe. All right. What I am. Oh, I got untap Ulolek. So I'm going to pay 2. And then I'm going to tap the Arena of Glory for red and the Temple of Malady for green to cast Titan's Vanguard. When you cast this spell and whenever Titan's Vanguard attacks, put a 1/1 counter on each colorless creature I control. Now, with that on the stack, I'm going to pay 2 for Ulolek's trigger to make a copy of it. So, make a copy of that. So I've got 2 5/5s. Actually, they'll be bigger. But I will put counters on all of my Eldrazi. So I will put 2 counters on each of the spawns, 2 counters on Ulolek, and then obviously 2 counters on Titan's Vanguard. For each, so those are 7/7s. Rhythm of the Wild will trigger only for the non-token. I'm going to give this the non-token haste. So I will move to combat. Now, you all were talking about being evil, being the threat, being mean, blah, blah, blah. However, I want that title now. So I'm going to move to combat. And Nick, I'm swinging a 7/7 and a 4/4, both at you. Because you're the ring bearer.
All right. Well, I take 7 and I take 4. Yeah, go to 17, and 4 of which is commander damage.
Yep.
And I will be ensured to ensnare you in darkness for all of eternity. But,
I'm glad that we were able to come to that agreement.
On my next turn.
Cool.
Now, to you, Caleb, I say, would you like to accept the hand of the Dark Lord in an alliance of unholy evil against these Eldrazi?
Yes, but only because I hate Eldrazi.
Cool.
It.
Well, knowing that impending doom,
and all his dust is impending.
Let's see. How do I want to do this? Okay. I will pay 4, second main, and I will sack the 2 Eldrazi spots. Actually, I'm going to need to sack 1. And I'm going to cast Oblivion Seer, or Oblivion Sower. So when I cast this spell, target opponent exiles the top 4 cards of their library. Then I may put any number of land cards that player owns from exile onto the battlefield under my control. So I'm going to target Caleb for this.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm deciding if I want to activate Scroll Rack in response, but I don't think I do. Because I can't remember what the top 2 of my library are, but I don't think I wanted them. So it's a bottomless pool / locker room.
Okay.
A Tainted Isle, which you'll get.
Okay.
A Path to Exile, and a Mesa Enchantress.
Cool.
And Tainted Isle is either makes a colorless or adds a blue or black, only if you control a swamp.
Okay. I will use this unsleeved Scour Springs to represent the Tainted Isle.
Sounds good.
So, cool. And so, yeah, that's my turn.
And it's a 5/7, right?
5/8.
5/8. So big.
Yeah, 5/8, and then the token copy of Titan's Vanguard, which I missed a trigger. Lol. My bad. That's fine. I missed it. No biggie. Pass turn.
All right, upkeep. I'm going to surveil this Brainstone into the yard. Draw. Okay. I'm going to play this Totally Real Scrubland. And I'm going to sacrifice 6 treasures and cast Demon of Fate's Design. It's a 6/6 flying trample demon. And once during each of my turns, I may cast an enchantment card by paying life equal to its mana value rather than paying its mana cost.
Gross.
And I'm going to get a copy of it because it is an enchantment creature.
Gross.
Then I am. I'm going to move to combat. Unfortunately, I can't get through Josh's defenses, and I need the life, Nick, so I'm just going to attack you for 4.
I mean, I had a block.
I take 4.
I could have blocked with this.
Yeah.
One.
You wouldn't.
All right.
So I'm going to go for 28, and I'm going to then cast Amanatu again, paying 4 and sacrificing my last 2 treasures.
And that's no, it's not drawing. It's casting. Never mind. Yeah. No one's drawing cards, damn it. You guys need to draw cards.
All right.
No.
Cast twice. I would if I could. The scroll rack just puts them into my hand, but and I will pass the turn.
All right, I will untap. Ring will tempt me. I will not do that right now, so I'll just draw my regular card. No, I'm not going to pay for anything.
Cool.
I will play a swamp. So I will pay one black to cast Reanimate and bring my Nazgul back from the battlefield.
You sure you don't want my Moonblessed Cleric?
What's that? Moonblessed Cleric?
Just because Reanimate can hit anything. It puts an enchantment from your on top of your library.
Oh, I don't have any
Search the
enchantment.
library for an enchantment and put it on top.
Oh, I think I'm okay at the moment. I'm gonna take a Death Toucher because I need the defense of a Death Toucher.
Oh, I
So
figured I was just messing around.
That's gonna enter because the ring's gonna tempt me. I'm gonna leave that as a +1/+1. So now it's a 2/3 Death Touch. My ring bearer is still gonna be Orcish Bowmasters. Then I'm going to pay 8 to recast Saruman, which is going to trigger the storm of, Sauron, which is going to trigger the storm of Saruman, and I'm going to make a copy, non-legendary copy of Sauron the Dark Lord.
Gross.
Then I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to swing at you, Josh, with Orcish Bowmasters. I'm going to draw a card.
I think I'm just going to let Orcish Bowmasters through.
And then I'm going to discard the Lidless Gaze.
Were you
Okay.
going to pay for Caleb's smothering type?
No. He can have his treasures because right now his treasures are going to work against you, not me. So for right now, he can have his treasures. All right.
We are going to take 3 from the.
You are all going to take 3 from my ring bearer.
Yep.
And then I'm going to sit back. I'm going to go ahead and just eke this orc army that right now is a 0/0 and can do nothing. But something tells me with 2 copies of Sauron the Dark Lord out, I'm going to make me some orcs. Pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Make another Eldrazi spawn. Herald's Horn triggers. I will not reveal that. I will draw it. And I am not paying for your
Tithe.
treasures.
Tithes.
Yep.
All right.
All right. I think it's time to wreak some havoc. What do you guys think?
I think I just rebuilt my board state, and I'd like for that not to happen to me because you swung at me for 11 last time.
Yeah. Well, so what I'm going to do, because I get a discount on Herald's Horn, I'm going to tap a Darker Waste for blue. I will lose a life. Tap Temple of Malady to cast Void Grafter. When this, so with that on the stack, I'm going to tap the Hedron Archive for 2 to make a copy of it. So when this ETBs, another target creature I control gains hexproof until end of turn. I'm going to give Ulalek and Titan's Vanguard both hexproof.
Okay.
And then I will tap the Tainted Isle for colorless.
You've cast 1 spell so far or 2?
Just 1.
Just 1. Okay, just checking.
But I made token copies. Oh, I am putting a 1/1 counter on the Void Grafter on the non-token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I will sack a spawn, or I will sack both spawns actually, to cast Eldrazi Conscription, targeting Ulalek. Any response?
You can go jump off a bridge. I would like that to be my response.
Yeah. Right. So, move to combat. Yep. I think this time I will send Ulalek at Caleb, and then both of the Titan Vanguards will come at Nick. Trigger on the stack. Both will trigger, so I will put a counter on each colorless creature I control. Nothing to worry about.
So I have an Annihilator 2 trigger.
Correct.
Of which I will sack 1 treasure. I'll just sack 2 treasures. And how big is he?
He is a 15. Is that right? 5. Yeah, 15. Like 15-18.
Okay. I would like to sack 4 treasures. I would like to sack 4 treasures and pay a white. The treasures will be for black. Cast the last card in my hand, which is Ink Shield. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to me. For each 1 damage prevented this way, I create a 2/1 black inkling, white and black inkling token.
Nice. Such a good card.
So I would like to make 15 inkling tokens.
Yep. Right, and then Nick, you've got an 8/8 and a 6/6 coming your way.
Okay, I'll block the 6/6 with my 6/6 Orc Army. Thanks, Caleb, for pumping that up for me right there. And then I'll block the 8/8 with my Nazgul with Death Touch.
Okay. So damage resolves. My Titan Vanguards die. I got rid of the Nazgul. See, Caleb, I helped you out. You now have Inklings.
I do.
Send them all at Josh.
Right. Not going to do anything second main. Pastor.
All right. Upkeep. I have 2 triggers. I've got Surveil 1 and Surveil 2. So I will start by surveilling 1.
I'm just doing Eldrazi stuff. NBD.
That's an interesting one. Yeah, I'm going to leave that on top. And then I'm going to draw. And it's going to be, oh, look, a miracle. I'm going to entreat the angels for 5.
Oh, God.
You're casting that, correct?
Correct.
Okay. 2 works.
All right. I would now like to move to combat. Do either of you have reach?
No.
No, I do not have reach yet. I do have flying in this deck, but I do not have reach. But, I mean, come on. Sauron's your friend, buddy.
No, I think I can kill both of you. That's why I say that.
Just remember all those Inklings I gave him?
So if I send 11 Inklings or 12 Inklings at Josh, which is going to be 24 damage, let's send 14 Inklings at Josh just to be sure. Which would be a total of 28, and then 1 Inkling and 2 Demons at Nick, which is going to be a total of 14.
All right. Well, I'm tapped out. I have no response.
In response, sadness on the stack. Does it resolve?
No, I'm countering your sadness, so you have to be happy about it.
Oh, joy. Well, okay, that resolves. Hooray! Nicely done. That was fun.
Oh, that was a good game. I thought I was getting going there, especially with having 2 Dark Lords out. But no.
I think that's the first time I've seen Orcish Pro Masters not really do diddly.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. Could you have drawn some cards, please, to help out, pathetic old little orcish bowmasters?
Nope.
Apparently not.
Son of a bitch. I pulled my third copy of that the other day, Caleb, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is it another borderless copy like you had there?
No, it's my second of just the standard, which is fine. I'm okay with just having the borderless. I know if I wanted to sell it, the borderless would be nice to have. I thought about selling it, but I'm only going to get $30 for it. I'm going to hang on to it.
I mean, honestly, you could use the regular one as your token copy. So
Yeah,
that way you can tell the difference on which is which.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if I use Storm of Saruman to make a second one, I was just hoping to get a one ring, but oh damn, that was fun though. It was a good game.
That was fun. I'm up for one more.
Yeah, that was great.
I'm definitely up for at least one more, because I'm crazy.
I mean, that's why we're here tonight.
All right, so I can run Aragorn and I can keep the Lord of the Rings theme, or I could go werewolves for some, fun day-night mechanics.
I don't care what you do. I'm playing dinosaurs.
It's 2 ends.
What are you running, Caleb?
Anzarog the Quake Mole.
That's the thing that if we block it, there's more combat phases for you and stuff like that, right?
That is correct.
Oh.
Well, I played an Esper deck last time. This figures this is green red, so it finishes out the whole Wooburg thing.
All right. Well, I want options to deal damage, beef creatures up, and exile your fucking Quake Mole.
That's probably wise.
So for that reason, because werewolves will do a lot of things, it's not good at exiling or destroying. So I'm gonna run with the 4-color Aragorn the United.
I mean, it makes sense. Just stick with the Lord of the Rings theme.
I'm sticking with the theme. I'm keeping it all Tolkien.
This will be the first actual playthrough with Zakama, so I'm excited to see how she does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless you just ramp out like crazy, which, without Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus, you can't.
Hey, too soon, man. Too soon.
We likely have a few turns before we have to deal with Zakama.
And now our follower count just dropped.
Yep.
I didn't say I supported the fans.
Black severely underrepresented in this 3-person pod here.
It looks that way because I have no black. Yeah, I mean, we are not rummaging through the swamps right now.
Nope.
Which is not a common thing for me because I generally run decks that have black in it.
I was going to say, I think I was mentioning to you the other day of a deck you should build, and you're like, if it doesn't have black, I can't do it. Your words, not mine.
No, I mean, just talking, just the colors of the cards. That's all we're talking about. Nothing else.
Oh, of course, yeah. So I guess since Caleb won, do we stick with whoever won? Game 1 goes last in the tournament, even though he went last time.
That's fine with me.
Yeah. Also, do you want to talk about your the mulligan system, Josh?
Oh yeah. So we've got a fun house rule. We draw 10, pick our 7, then put the three cards just randomly back in the deck. We found that this actually decreases the number of mulligans because at the end of the day, we just want to have fun and have playable hands and not get mana screwed 4 times over.
It's also better for the viewers here too, because that way they're not watching us just endlessly mulligan into oblivion.
Right.
It's going to create better content too.
Cool. I actually have a good starting opening hand.
And
mine's going to be interesting.
Here the card history on the side of the screen there.
Oh, what? People don't want to see that? Just kidding.
Well,
I mean, can I?
I just didn't think you wanted to be reminded of everything that I beat you with.
You know what? No comment. I mean, it's going to come up anyway when I go to watch this film.
Right.
Cool. Yep, I am good. Just
All right, yeah, I'm
waiting
good
on.
too.
Okay, well, Caleb won, so Nick, that means you're going to go first again.
I draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and play a Wooded Foothills. I am going to go ahead and sack it to go find a stomping ground. And I'm going to do more stuff, and that's why I'm holding the turn up here, because I'm not done yet.
Dang it.
There we go. There's my stomping ground. I will wait to shuffle in between because I'm not going to draw anything else based off what I'm going to do. All right, so there's my stomping ground. I'm going to pay 2 life for it entering. Then I'm going to tap it to play a Soul Ring, and then I'm going to tap the Soul Ring to play a Anduril Narsil Reforged.
Okay, this guy.
And I'm going to pass the turn. Hey, I didn't go into Arcane Signet. Okay.
Well, I will draw this turn. And I'm just going to play a very broken card. I'm going to play Command Tower and then pass.
All right. I'm going to draw. So I used to play Miracles now. That I just like draw like here by instinct. I'm going to play a Commercial District and Surveil 1. I'm going to leave that on top, and I'll pass the turn.
Cool. I'm going to stop shuffling, put it right there. Now that I've loaded the perfect hand on top. And I'll draw.
You're not even going to give the old Brazilian cut?
I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and I'll play a Mystic Monastery tapped. Then I will tap for green and 2 to go cultivate. And I'm going to find myself a couple of basics and I'll pass the turn.
Minor detail, not that it may change much, but you should be at 37 life. 1 for the fetch line, 2 for the shot.
That is a good point, and thank you. And I'll make sure to ping you first for reminding me that I should have taken my life total down.
Well, I'm glad I could help. I will play this mountain. It's a very pretty mountain. And then maybe I can get on some good favor. I will tap 2 for Helm of Awakening. Spells cost 1 less. See? Friendship. Helping the table. Pass turn.
Perfect. All right. Let's draw this card. Play a Scalding Tarn. And since Josh was nice enough, I guess I'll start my storm in Infiltration Lens for free. So whenever equipped creature becomes blocked, I draw 2 cards, or I may draw 2 cards. Then I'm also going to play a Basilisk Collar for free. And I'm going to fetch out a Stomping Ground tapped because I don't have anything. Actually, no. I'll get a Taiga, and I'm going to play a Tempting Lissad. So I can pay 1, and it is no longer, it quits being a creature and becomes an enchantment that the enchanted creature has the lure effect where it has to be blocked.
Nice.
Yep. My buddy, I only knew about this card because my buddy used to play it in an old deck with Craw Giant that had Rampage.
Ooh.
So he, like before, this card wasn't even listed on the EDH rec for Quake Mole at the time I built this. And I'm like, oh man, Tempting Listed seems perfect for this deck. I think it is on there now, but yeah, I'll pass the turn. This card's really cool.
I like it.
And then I can pay green to unattach it and turn it back into a creature.
See, that was from Stronghold. Set this
Yes.
set symbol and see Stronghold. I like it.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pay 4 and bring out Aragorn the Uniter. Don't you all feel united?
Yeah,
And
I'm
that's,
still worried about it.
that's the end of my turn.
Untap. Upkeep. I will first. Let's play an Opal Palace. And then I'm going to tap 2 for. Yeah. Goblin and Archimancer. Each spell I cast that's red or green costs 1 less. And I think that's going to be my turn. Pass.
All right. Let's draw. Okay. Let's play Skarg the Rage Pits. It either taps for a colorless, or I can pay red-green. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. And let's just go ahead and bring out Senor Mole.
Did you just call it Senor Mole? Mole?
Yes. And I will pass the turn.
That is
All right.
gross.
Yeah, he's really gross.
Hardest poacher.
Right, I'm going to pay a Windswept Heath. And I will pay a life to sack it. Go find a. Let's go with a maybe Temple Garden. Have that in there. There's 2 more life. Just taking damage off shocks and fetches here.
Oh,
Then
my fetch.
let's see. Okay. All right. So spells cost 1 less to cast right now, Caleb. Right, because of you.
Because of Josh, but yes.
Yep.
Oh, because of Josh. Okay. All right. So I'll pay a green and a white, and I'll tap. All right. Yeah. So tap 5 to play Aragorn Arwen Wed. So triggers. So first off, I've cast a green and a white. So Aragorn's going to get +4/+4 until end of turn. Then I'm going to make a 1/1 human. Then that won't trigger Aragorn, but Aragorn Arwen Wed, when it enters, I get to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control.
That's gross.
Now, will that count the human? Because that enters, because Aragorn triggers first off of. I don't know. You tell me. Am I? Do I count this or not count this?
I'm going to refer to the Glorious Wolfman.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're going off of Aragorn and Arwen Wed, right?
Yeah. That would when I cast that would have because it's on cast. That created the human, and that did the +4. So okay, so I then will put the +1/+1 on the human as well, and then I will gain and then on each creature, each other creature you control, then you gain life for each other creature you control. So I'll gain 2 life. Cool.
Totally not the problem this early on.
Then I'm going to go ahead and swing the 9/9 at you, Caleb.
I am utterly shocked. I'll go to 30.
And that'll be 9 commander damage.
Yep.
All right, and then I will take my plus off because it's in the turn, and I will pass the turn.
Cool. Untap. Okay. Draw this magic card. I will first. Let's play a Draneth Ruins. Taps for colorless, or I could pay 2. Tap, put 2 +1/+1 counters on target non-human creature that entered the battlefield this turn. I think I'm going to tap the command tower for green to cast Pugnacious Hammerskull. Whenever Pugnacious Hammerskull attacks, while I don't control another dinosaur, I put a stun counter on it. And then I think I have to do this. I'm going to tap the Draneth Magistrates to tap the Opal Palace for green. And I'm going to Croson Grip your enchantment there, Caleb. The Tempting Licit.
So it's not currently an enchantment. It's just a creature.
Oh, it's just a creature? Well, son of a biscuit. Okay, never mind. That's right. But now,
that's good to know.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Draw. I will play a mountain. I'll tap this to give the infiltration lens to Anzarog the Quake Mole.
Okay.
Also equip him with the Basilisk Collar. And let's begin the combating.
I'm just gonna say, if you swing at me, I'm gonna cause an infinite loop that's gonna lock the game up, and it's never gonna end.
I mean, that kind of sounds tempting. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
I'm kind of curious too. So
yeah,
do it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you won't be able to get around it. So, does it have trample?
No, it does not.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you can swing at me if you want to.
I want to see what this does.
Yeah. Nick, there is a 8/4 Death Touch lifelink coming your way.
Cool. So I'm gonna pay 1 because it's only gonna cost you a green to play Heroic Intervention, and then I'm gonna block with Aragorn and Arwen Wed. So I'm now indestructible until end of turn, so I can just probably block your Quake Mole over and over again. Can I not?
Oh yeah, no, you absolutely can.
Yep.
So would that mean? Hold on. Oh, he may draw 2 cards. Damn. He could have drawn his entire library.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to draw 2. You know, let's draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 sounds like a good amount of cards to have.
No, I think you should do at least 40.
Well, I'm not done attacking yet. You see, Josh, now this is coming your way.
So I think... So if I don't block it, then it stops.
Correct.
But if I do block it... Yeah, let's see what happens. Block with the Hammer Skull.
All right. Oh, also, let's see, that we 12, 14 times 8. because I'm also gaining life every time.
Oh, so okay. Actually, with that on the stack, then I will corrosive grip the Basilisk Collar.
Okay. All right. So I'll only gain 104 life, not 108.
Yep.
Or not 112.
That's fair.
My hammer skull will die. But now you can continue on. Draw more.
I can. Hang on. We're almost there. There we go. I love this deck so much.
More
I
than
thought, sorry, I
Almanac
thought that
Hill?
was a funny use. I thought it was a funny use of heroic intervention. So
No. I am gonna go to main phase 2 though, and then proceed to end step. And I'm gonna discard a bunch of cards.
Cool.
all right.
That was cool.
Actually, no, I have things I can play. I can play this Morgul Knife because I have things that cost 1 in this deck, and you have a helm of things.
So you're
Actually, I guess
you're casting that though, right?
Yeah, second.
Correct.
Cool. I'm gonna pay 1 and play Glorious Gale, and I'm gonna counter that.
What's that do?
Counter target spell. If it was legendary spell, the ring tempts you with that legendary.
It was in fact legendary.
Hey, so the ring will tempt me. I get to name a ring bearer. I'm gonna
Alright.
name it. I'm gonna name it as Aragorn and Arwen Wed.
All right, now I'm gonna sculpt my hand.
This may be one of the fastest games we've ever had.
We might have time for one more, depending upon.
I don't know about
I mean,
that.
unless I can somehow pump Aragorn to enough to just commander damage him. I don't know. I gotta see. Or I could path to exile his thing. We'll see what happens here.
Well, yeah, it looks like he's deciding out of his 20 plus cards he got. So I think you're good to go.
All right.
Yeah, you're good to go.
All right. So untap, no upkeep triggers at the moment. That +4 falls off from the heroic intervention. Oh, I did get to scry too because of okay, that right there. All right, then I'll draw for turn. I will tap 2 to play Commander Sphere because it's costing 1 less. I will then, thank you. I'll then play a Path of Ancestry for my turn. I'll play a Plains to Path to Exile your mole, Caleb.
Do I do something stupid?
I shuffle Vigor into my deck from discarding it.
Hold on. Tempted. Caleb, can you guarantee that you win next turn?
Let me check.
I mean, you sculpted your hand. You got to have something good.
Yeah. I just need to do the math. I believe so, yes.
Okay. So, with Path to Exile on the stack, I'm going to sacrifice Goblin and an Archimancer for the alternate cast for Flare of Duplication. And I'm going to copy the Path to Exile. Oh, shit. It just copies it. That's fine. I'll exile Aragorn,
Which one?
your commander.
Oh, okay. All right. He gets exiled. Fuck you. Cool.
I'm going to cast Tanio Safekeeping.
All right.
To give a hexproof.
So that gives a hexproof.
Hexproof and indestructible until end of turn.
So my Path to Exile fizzles. Cool.
You pay 1 to get a basic land.
Well, I know I get to go get a basic land, so
You're welcome.
yeah, thanks. That's exactly what I wanted. Jackass. All right, enters the battlefield tapped.
Hey, come on. It's the borderless flourishing. You can't get mad at that.
It is cool looking. I give you that. I give you that. But
I'm still in ass.
all right.
Oh.
All right, and then well, it's still my turn, so I will. I do control 10, so I have the city's blessing, so I will equip for 3. Anduril onto Aragorn. Whenever it attacks, I put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. If you have the city's blessing, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control instead. So that makes it's a 3/6. So I'm gonna have it swing at you. So it'll actually get it'll go up to a 6 because it gives itself its own, or no, sorry, no, it will just get its +2.
Yep.
Then each other creature I get is going to get
2 counters.
well, and then they get a counter from Aragorn, and then I gain two additional life because of the other 2 creatures I control.
Oh, yeah.
So they get +3/+3. I gain 2 life, and Caleb, it has vigilance, but it is swinging at you. It is my ring bearer, which can't be blocked by creatures of greater power. It's a 5/8 coming your way.
Okay. Really? For all that I didn't reckon your board, I'm only taking 5? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, I sent it to Caleb.
Oh, Caleb.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna ping him down for what I can.
I also mathed wrong, and I can't win on my turn. So
that's fine.
All right, and then I will pass the turn.
Cool. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Interesting. Let's do. All right. Let's play Promising Vein as my land for turn, and then I'm going to tap 2 in a red for Surly Badgesaur. Whenever I discard a creature card, I put a 1/1 counter on Surly Badgesaur. Whenever I discard a land, I put a treasure. So yeah, good times. And then I'm going to tap 1, sack the Promising Vein to go get the basic, and then I'll pass.
all right. I think I do have 1 draw that wins me the game, but that wasn't it. All right, we're going to start by paying a colorless for this sweet Dolan Gate. Prevent all damage that will be dealt to attacking creatures I control.
Awesome.
Cool.
Then I'm going to pay 3. And I realize it has flash, but I'm just going to play it now. Indomitable Might. So enchanted creature gets +3/+3, and can its controller may have it deal its combat damage as though it was not blocked. So actually, yeah, I think I do win. Because then I have Irresistible Prey. Target creature must be blocked this turn if able, and I draw a card.
That's awesome.
There we go.
So I can deal you all 11 damage, and you're forced to block it. Well, your creatures will die, which means I will eventually. Well, no, I have it deal combat damage as though it's not blocked, so it never deals damage to the creature.
And with that'd be game.
Yep. There we go. I did not. Oh well, that would have been fun. If I could have somehow scryed, I could have possibly gotten go to all creatures your opponents control until your next turn. Those creatures can't block. That could have been fun.
Yeah.
Woof.
The antithesis of my deck is creatures not being able to block.
Right.
I like it.
Well, I stand by my my assessment that I absolutely freaking hate that stupid mole.
Well, you know what?
and-
That just means next week we're gonna have to come back and get our revenge on the mole and Amanati.
Yeah.
Oh, I fully assess next week that I am the arch enemy.
Oh
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely for sure.
You know
Awesome.
what would be fun is one of these times we actually play arch enemy and have the schemes.
Oh yeah.
I have 10 of them from buying the Anamanatu deck, but that's all I have.
I've got the full set, and I've got the ones from. So I've got all the ones from Dustborn, and I've got the ones from Arch Enemy Nicol Bolas. So definitely
Nice.
something we could do. So,
Sounds good. Well,
awesome. Well, for everyone who stuck in and stayed with us during all this, we appreciate it. Make sure to check us out on social media. At the EDH Brothers, we're on all the major platforms. So you can find us there. Final shout outs, Nick and Caleb.
thanks everybody. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks to everyone who tuned in. And if you've got any feedback, feel free to send it our way. We're always looking to improve.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all.
Awesome.
That'll be it. We'll see you next week.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, guys. Thanks.